So hi everyone, my name is Derek Ansel. I have the esteemed privilege of working with some amazing colleagues at Worldwide Clinical Trials within the rare disease team. We are so thrilled to have each of you here today, and we'll have additional attendees kind of trickle in as the day progresses. But first and foremost, it is Rare Disease Day. So definitely want to acknowledge and thank you, each and every one of you, for coming in on a day that you could be anywhere else on Rare Disease Day, and you chose to be here. So thank you again. I also want to acknowledge kind of the feeling that I've felt throughout the week. I'm sure we've all felt that same tension as you've attended other various Rare Disease Day events throughout the week or the month. We want to have a safe space here where you can speak around your emotional experience, physical feelings towards what's been going on, but we also want to use our Rally for Rare event today to really continue the conversation of what was going to be missed throughout the events that were postponed today. So we encourage you to find somebody you don't know while you're here and collaborate, ask questions, because the goal is to continue the momentum even after today is over. I want to say a very large shout out to Worldwide Clinical Trials and Scout Clinical for sponsoring this event. We recognize when you are planning an event this quickly, so we started planning this as soon as we heard that the event was canceled last Friday. We recognize that we didn't have the ability to ask for certain accommodations that have to be met for you to come here. So first, we apologize if you have or need a certain requirement or an accommodation that we were unable to fulfill. But if you do need something at any point throughout today, I'm going to ask that the Worldwide team and the Scout team kind of stand up and raise their hands. So we have Amy here in the green, we have Julianne in the gray, we have James in the black, and Megan all the way at the back in the fabulous coat. So if at any point today you have questions around where you should be going, what you should be doing, you need help with anything, please don't hesitate to reach out to any of us. Also want to acknowledge our speakers. So when we put on this event, so yes, please. If we did not have speakers, we'd be playing bingo all day. So thank you so much for the speakers that saw the need to come talk about your particular initiative or your topic. You were able to get your slides to us, and your professionalism throughout this whole process is just so well appreciated and received. So thank you for all of our speakers. Throughout the breaks and throughout lunch today with our networking break, we will have an opportunity for you to visit various information tables from our friends listed below. So again, if you would like to receive any of that information, that's there. But after our event today, various PDFs, electronic materials from each of those organizations, and if you would like to also have your materials shared with us, please send them to, again, the four that raised their hands earlier. A few housekeeping notes. If you came in or you're inviting additional friends, please do. Please stop by the registration table to get your badge and to document your contact information. This is how we will be speaking with you after today's event. Restrooms are through these doors towards the back wall, all the way to the left, right just past the elevators to the left. We are targeting around 30-minute presentations, so speakers, if you thought it was more or less, we apologize, 30-ish minutes, with the Q&A around 10 to 15 minutes. Wi-Fi information is outside, but also on this slide if you need to take a moment to connect your devices. And again, we're happy to support you if you need that as well. We will be serving lunch around 12:20, 12:30, and we'll be eating around these round tables, again, to really facilitate a collaborative discussion throughout lunch. We will be doing a post-event survey. So what we recognize is very important is we don't just come into this room, have a great conversation, and then walk away. Our goal is really focused on having those conversations today, but what mechanisms do we need to have in place to continue those conversations after today? So a lot of that will come from our post-event survey, and we have a few tricks up our sleeves that we want to get your feedback on that we'll discuss when we close the meeting today. I do want to share a plug for Rare Moments. So this is our PDF that's printed out on each of the tables. We recognize the importance of the entire month of February for the rare disease community. We recognize how challenging it is for advocates, patients, caregivers, family members, industry partners to find a one-stop location for all things rare disease. We recognize that there's barriers inherent to our systems that make it difficult for Advocacy Group A to learn about Advocacy Group B's lessons learned and findings. So think of this as a Facebook, a social media page when you scan your QR code. We encourage you to please fill that out with something that inspired you this month, something that scares you this week, or just resources that your group or your family has developed that you think others can benefit from. So throughout today, we will be pushing you to please share your rare moment, and those, again, are available on each table and on this slide. We have a packed agenda. Again, a huge kudos to our speakers to be able to pull such an agenda together in such record time. One thing that I do want to call out, after Michelle, our first speaker today, completes, we will have our first morning break. And before we break, we'd like to take a group photo, either on this side or on this side. So we will kind of direct you to which side of the room looks best with the lighting and our angles. But before we go on break, we'd really like the opportunity for all of us to just capture this moment in a photo. With that, if there's no questions, comments, or concerns, Amy will introduce our first speaker. Thank you.